Hello, we are back. I'm Teresa. This is High Basis Standards, and this here is Isabel. I call her Izzy. Isabel is our navy blue collar female. She is a blue party. There's her party. And then she's all business in the front. So her head is predominantly colored, and she's pretty dark blue, but she is going to be a blue. So even her skin is blue. She's just a gorgeous girl. She's got an amazing coat. She is the only one who has tested at a 9. And we had no 10s. I hardly ever give out 10s anyways at the beginning. But she tested as a 9 in her sit and stand training, her game training, and she enjoyed it very much. I could tell she really was interested and loving it. She is very personable. She's not a Velcro. She does have some independence, but she will sit and love on you too. She likes to be in your arms. She's a little spicy sometimes. She likes to play, and but she does have a great off switch, and she does like to learn. So she's very biddable, and I love that about her. And that I did not know about her until we started training, and that is why I do not allow people to pick their puppies before I start training. Because it's one thing to have a puppy that is just asked to play with you. It's another thing to ask a puppy to behave and to mind you. And she was totally willing and totally ready for the challenge. So she is one that's going to have to be challenged, I think. She likes to have some things going on. She likes her brain to be filled with all sorts of training and challenges. But yet she has a great off switch. And she's a lover. Yes, she will give kisses. She will give kisses. It doesn't matter if I have bad breath. She loves me. Yes, she does. But she does have some energy. And so you have to know that. Energy is not a bad thing if they have control. And she did show control. We'll know more as we start, more further into her training. But I was very pleased with her and very excited. She doesn't seem to have a fear of anything. But like I said, she is not dependent, so she doesn't have to be by your side at every second. She can be off laying over there rather than right on you or inside your bubble. Yes, yeah. And all these things can change, don't get me wrong, but usually they have a temperament from the beginning, and they have their challenges and they have their pluses that are just like, I got this. All of them are trainable. All of them are trainable to, if you say, well, I really like everything except this, that is always trainable, except if they're extremely shy. It is still trainable. It's just that you have to put in the work, and that's a lot of footwork of taking them places, letting people touch them. And, but she's not that. She's not shy. So they're all trainable, and certain quirks that they might have, I just don't seem to have a lot of poodles that have those issues. I've had a couple of litters one litter that the puppies ate everything when they were little. And that was trainable. I mean, they all trained out of it eventually. I haven't heard back that any of them still do that, which would be terrible. But when they're puppies, they're puppies. So they do what puppies do, and they need to be trained out of bad habits. And if you're not willing to train them, a puppy's not for you. So I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying you need to train these puppies, because these puppies are smart, and they need to have their minds filled with all sorts of challenges and puzzles and games and all sorts of fun stuff, because they like that. They're not high energy necessarily, but they're high thinkers. And so they need a challenge in their brain. Yeah, they need it. They're good babies. Yes, they are. And every time I open the door, she looks up at me like, is it my turn? I'm gonna get called now. So she does love it. And she is going to make a great pet. So that is, I'm trying to think if she for whatever reason, I don't remember which ones liked the water I have to look at my notes, and I did not come prepared for that. So I will, and I'm going to do water again. And this time I will do water in the pool, in the little baby pool. So we will do a water. So we'll see which ones will actually get into the pool and which ones are just like, nah, I'm good out here, you know. And those ones you can train to get into the pool too. I mean, if they don't like the water, they can like the water. Like Rose did not like the water, but I was insistent. I took her to the beach all the time at the ocean, because we go down to Florida a lot. I wanted her to go into the ocean, and she eventually did and loved it. So they can be trained into that. You just got to do it enough, and you have to be willing to persevere in certain situations. If you're not willing to persevere and you want a dog that likes the water, you might want to go with one that likes the water already, that kind of thing. Or if you want one that travels well, and I say, hey, I know this is the one you had your heart on, but we got in the car and it cried the whole time. You can get them out of that, but you have to be willing. So you might say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to train them out of that. So that it's totally, you just be honest with me, be honest with yourself, and you will get the best dog for you. Are you ready to go? And she's not being camera shy. I'm not even sure she knows the camera's there. Do you? She does know. They all know, even in the kennel, they know that I'm filming, and some of them that don't like to film, they won't get up and come to me when I call them. So they're like, no, I know what you're doing. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I don't like it. I understand that. I don't like it either. So here is Isabel. She is our black collar. She's a tiny one, and I'm thinking she's going to be around 40 pounds. Somewhere around there. No guarantee. Remember that. No, because I don't know. I'm not expert. So there's Isabel. She's our blue collar female. Blue or black Party? I think blue. Blue Party.